Damn it.
And that is the first words I'll ever be for this recording. If we do this as a series, well, and damn it, that should surmise the wonderful world that is Dark Heresy. And we're doing a adventure. I'm Kevin O'Rourke, and we'll be doing a series of adventures. You mostly doing the pre-mades. Fantasy Flight Games are about to bring out the second edition of Dark Heresy, which has gone over through a few overhauls, but with it as well, and I do applaud them for this, they're making a new backdrop, a new setting. Not that there's anything wrong with the old one, but hey, if I'm paying for a new set of rules, why not have a new backdrop? You can always use the Calyx sector, but this is my kind of last hurrah before I get stuck into the new Dark Heresy. The rules-wise, using well, to put it bluntly, a bastardization of Dark Heresy, Only War, and some of the Ascension rules. So you won't hear talk of Thrones. We'll be using Influence to a degree. Now, our two heroes who are being sent off, their cell, which is currently just a two-man cell, are Xerxes, as you can see here, and then there is Doc. These are both two very skilled individuals who have been picked up by the Holy Ordos and are being sent out into the Calyx sector, or the Dread Calyx, a sector that's in a somewhat odd position. It's on the far side of the Eye of Terror. There are no local Space Marine chapters that are sitting there to protect the whole area. The cavalry's quite a distance away. And although there's definitely a lot of opportunities here, you're out in the wilderness a bit here in the Calyx sector. You're away from help if things get really bad. As well as that, there is rife with corruption. There is an unusual amount of heresy, and indeed Inquisitors themselves. Many Inquisitors would spend decades without running into another Inquisitor, especially the more subtle ones. But there's something about the Calyx sector that almost traps them, like insects in amber. Now, the Calyx sector is old, and there's a few things wrong with it. One indication is that the enigmatic Eldar, who, well, for one reason or another, are and have been avoiding the Calyx sector for some time, with the exclusion of one or two pirates. And for those of you who know the background, they know what the pirate means. That's a whole different breed. So, would our two heroes like to introduce themselves before we get going?
My name's Xerxes, played by Urian, obviously. Xerxes is a noble-born assassin. He got picked up from the minor noble family in one of the local planets to start training as an assassin. However, he is still very intimate with the dealings of his family's trade, which is the supply of food to the front.
Okay, and what about Doc?
Doc's from Forge World, where he learned to look out after from a Forge World industrial ship. What was the description? Arbitus Mechanicus.
An explorator vessel, I believe.
Exploration vessel, where he charmed his way into the easy jobs and into hearing a lot more things than he probably should have at that young age. Decent with void ships and knowing stuff he probably shouldn't. That's all.
Very well. And at the moment, your characters have been stationed on a Vagabond class pilgrim ship, which is a transport vessel, and it is bringing needed supplies to the world of Malice in the Adrantian Nebula, I believe it is. Yes, the Hazarat Abyss is the subsector. And now, you've been traveling for some time. The briefing you got from your Inquisitor was, to put it bluntly, there's a bit of a civil war going on there, called the Iraq War. And there's somewhat of a problem with the line of succession for the planetary governor. And it's not exactly clear who's right and who's wrong. But effectively, on one side, you've got the ecclesiarchy representatives, and the other side you've got the administratum. So people's loyalties are being pulled, and to be honest, although some inquisitors have their decisions there, your inquisitor is sending you to find out what's really going on there. So you can act openly, but that may lead people to misinform you. So perhaps being a bit subtle about the whole thing might work out a bit in your favor. But as to what's going on the ground floor by the time you get there, unfortunately with the length of time it takes to travel in Warhammer 40,000, well, God knows what exactly will be the situation on the ground floor. One side might have won. They don't last as long as they're not waving around banners to chaos or welcoming Xenos in. Well, it's the Imperium. They've often sided with the wrong side, shall we say, just for convenience and because it's something better to do it. Before you left, your Inquisitor would have effectively handed you some additional supplies, a certain number of thrones, which are, well, generic term like saying bucks or something. Each world often has specific individual credits, but these are coins made of valuable metals, not terribly high purity, but valuable metals nonetheless. And these ones are local currency of the planet. As well as this, you're each being supplied with a compact las pistol and a hardened body glove. You guys have generally better gear than this anyway, but this is just some backup additional gear. The hardened body glove you can wear under other clothes. That said, I think this is actually better than any of the armor Doc currently has.
Yeah, it's an improvement.
Yep. And you get some sets of robes. There's administratum ones, and there's also ecclesiarchy ones, not particularly high up, somewhat nondescript, just faceless guys, just in case. Now, the problem, as the Inquisitor would have laid out to you, is that they can't afford to alienate either side. If one group is in the wrong, the Inquisitor needs evidence that they're in the wrong. Even if it has to be fairly concrete so that the wider organization can denounce them as well. He can help them save face, possibly incur a few favors or reduce damage. The thing is, apparently, that the Administratum, the Ecclesiarchy on a wider scale, rather than have this become a conflict that could potentially spread out and consume not only the subsector, but potentially the sector, and possibly even further than that, they're both letting the local representatives deal with this, and both sides are backing off. So you're going in on a merchant vessel. The captain of the vessel has no idea who you really are. You'll be arriving at the planet within a few hours. Well, if you want to make any preparations before then, say so now. Or if you want to discuss things, of course.
How many other people are on this ship right now?
On board this ship, there being a void ship that can enter the warp, there would be... Well, this is a relatively small vessel. There would be a couple of thousand, a few thousand, sorry. I can get you the exact numbers.
Well, in the meantime, when we're traveling, I try to secure a meeting with either the captain, first mate, someone high up in the chain of command who might have heard something about the planet.
Well, securing a meeting with them might be... Well, you are a noble, so you might be able to. They don't know your importance, so they might have. But give me a... I suppose charm. That would be... Your fellowship based. If you have charm, it's just a base what you have in your fellowship. If you don't have it, it's -20.
I do not have it. However, I do have etiquette, if that helps.
Bagman class ship is going to be sitting at 18,000 crew.
Okay.
So how'd you do in that roll?
I haven't rolled yet. Does etiquette help?
Etiquette would help, yes.
That's a plus 10?
Yeah.
Okay, so minus 10. I made it! Woo! Score! I had to get
Okay. How many degrees of success? How many 10s did you pass by?
none. Just I needed to get 29 and I got 21.
Okay. 21. All right. So, what you're able to find out is that apparently there was a bit of a problem with the old planetary governor, and the unfortunate older they died, and they weren't particularly great. They would they said they had heart disease of some kind. They'd fallen ill health. There was a lot of public ill will towards him. There's some where said it might have been assassination, but afterwards, the head of the ecclesiarchy, a bishop, went off and declared himself the planetary governor, which isn't unknown for them to be such. However, the administratum had put it down that the planetary governor would always be elected by the representatives of the different guilds who would vote for such a person into position for life. And they didn't take kindly to this, the local guilds. And due to some level of pressure, the administratum will not recognize this individual because the guilds are being usurped. Plus, it is the ecclesiarchy undermining the administratum's authority on this world, which previously had, well, both were able to manipulate events, but this one had been a bit more industrial, and although there's plenty of pious people, if one were to argue the general running of the planet was more under the thumb of the administratum. So, there's not necessarily the people you're talking to are saying that the bishop was running things badly, but technically he shouldn't legally be the planetary governor.
How long ago was the governor? Well, how long has the governor been dead?
By the time you're setting out, the governor's been dead for about 8 months.
So quite a while
So by
already.
the time you're arriving there, it's going to be about a year since. So at a time for basically the events to escalate, and they're unfortunately.
Okay. I'll just go amongst the crew in the meantime, while if Heike wants to do something, and just catch up on like local gossip kind of thing.
Okay.
Just small tidbits and stuff.
If you want to roll inquiry, if you have it.
No, I do not. So it's minus 20, right?
Yeah.
So I need a 19. Etiquette probably won't help this time.
No, this is generally asking around.
Yeah. 17!
Okay. Generally asking around the captain and his guys. You weren't necessarily speaking to the captain, but you were speaking with some of the officers, some of the procedures people previously. There is a rumor that wasn't mentioned to you by the captain or by any of the captain's representatives. There's talk of there being an upsurge in pirate activity around Malice. And for whatever reason, this wasn't mentioned to you, that there are some pretty fearsome pirates.
Right. Okay.
Unless they're referred to as the Sene clan. If you don't have Forbidden Lore pirates or Common Lore underworld, you're not going to...
No, none of those.
No.
Did somebody say Forbidden Lore pirates by any chance?
I know you have it from your time working the Expediter fleet.
Well, there you go. I'll just tell Doc the name of the clan and anything else I might have picked up.
Okay. You want to see rolls for on that one?
Yeah. This is a plus 20.
On the intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay. 40, 50, 66 or less. That would be 04, so 6 degrees?
Okay, 6 degrees. Oh yeah, you've heard about these guys. You sat down in a briefing about these guys for, and then you heard some more disturbing stuff afterwards. This clan of pirates are organized on familial lines. However, it is said that they originate from the world of Dusk, a swamp world with all sorts of backwards feral beliefs, it is said. However, you've heard other things. Normally you wouldn't get this with just the Forbidden Lord piracy, but you got enough successes. You've heard Dusk is a dark place, a place that is tainted by otherworldly beings, and that the Sene clan originated there before somehow getting their hands on a few ships and beginning to act as pirates. The majority of their activity is in the Coronis Expanse, which is a area not officially brought under the rule of the Imperium. There's been some talk, you've heard, of potentially a crusade being rallied up, but for the moment it is the rogue traders and the explorator fleets who ply those areas, but they must keep an eye out for the Sene clan. It is said that the Sene clan are in league with the forces of chaos, and not only are they a particularly foul group, using sorceries and indulging in cannibalistic activity, you've heard it said that they actually have an extremely formidable fleet, mostly raiders, a few frigates, a couple of captured transport vessels they bring in after the fights for looting. But you've heard that they actually have at least one ship of at least cruiser size, which isn't unknown for pirates, but it's not terribly common, and especially ones that are operating. But those, they wouldn't risk bringing that this far into the Calyxus sector, which in theory is fully under Imperial control.
You don't
That
risk
would
your
be in the
flagship just to show off.
No. But you don't know any more specifics about that particular part. But yes, they're definitely
Human still.
They're human still, though they will deal with Xenos, but they are definitely in league with the forces of chaos.
Okay, do show them that, folks. X's. Let's see. Chaos worshippers, sorcerers, cannibals with a surprisingly strong fleet from a apparently chaos-tainted planet.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and maybe this is just the paranoia talking, but does it not seem surprisingly convenient when a new governor shows up in whatever way, shape, or form, and all of a sudden the pirates are driving up their raids, if you will?
It's a question of whether it's cause. Which way goes the cause and then the effect?
True, but it's still a path we have to undertake.
It could also be that the possible administratum ecclesiarchy conflict is just, opening a few
most likely
opportunities for the raiders. So
true, but every avenue has to be checked. So
it's good to keep that one in mind. Yes.
Right.
Meanwhile, things that I would like to do.
Okay.
There's always some people who are a little less polished than the nobles and might be more inclined to talk with me. So Let's see if I can find some.
You can roll Inquiry, which will be based off Fellowship, or you can roll Common Law Underworld, which will be based off Intelligence.
I'll go with the common law of this one. Intelligence, 46 or under. Oh, missed by 2 points.
So you got a partial success. If you miss by the tens bonus of the stat you're rolling on, if you miss by that amount, then you get what's called a partial success. So you're not getting a huge amount of information, but you do get a little bit. You've heard that there has been, from various people who only heard these things, mind, there's apparently been a bit of a brisk trade of weapons going to the world. Munition supplies, armor, medical supplies, these various different things, as well as a certain amount of luxury goods. Obviously, with neither the ecclesiarchy or the administration wanting to push things up beyond the local scale and can't exactly go sending in their own troops, obviously back channels, black markets and smugglers. These are the things which are beginning to profit from the problems out in the world of Malice.
Okay. Share it with the partner just in case we run into something useful.
Alright. Other than that, Xerxes won't do anything other than just keep his ears open and just stay friendly with the travelers at the moment.
Yep. I don't have any problems on that account. But you're still a few days out before making planetfall. Give me a perception. I was going to say alertness there for just a second. Too much. Perception awareness.
Oh, awareness. I have that at train, so no penalty, right?
Nope, no penalty.
Cool. 32 or less. 16.
16. Yes, you're actually hearing it's not too loud in the area you're in, but you can hear it a bit of ways. You're hearing an alarm. And if you want to give me a Commodore Imperial Navy roll.
So a pure intelligence roll at -20.
You don't have it, so you can't roll it. But you know there's an alarm.
Yes. I'll go towards the alarm.
Are we in the same place?
You are in the same place, but if you didn't succeed the roll, you didn't hear it.
I'll have to just roll first. Awareness. Yeah. That's new. Can you see it?
Nope.
No.
Okay, because it's giving me a broken picture, so here.
Roll it again.
Rerolls. There we go. Let's see. 19 to my awareness is perception. 46, so 19.
2.
2.
Okay. Yeah, you're definitely hearing it. Do you want to give me a Commodore Imperial Navy roll?
Sure.
You can, because you've done Fusion of Knowledge.
That would be a fail.
Oh, wow.
You don't know. What you guys do see when you get to the areas, you can see armsmen. They're like the local police for on the ship. Some of these guys are getting out shotguns. They're getting their last carbines ready. They're one of the guys like, sirs, please just go back to your cabins.
What's the
lock the door.
situation?
We've got a minor problem with actually, do you want to give me an inquiry roll to see if you can get past the bullshit? Because he's definitely, you can tell already he's feeding you a crap.
Scrutiny. Well, is he giving me crap? As in total lie?
Yeah, he's probably doing, but he's probably thinks he's doing it for your own good.
Let's go with the. Let's try with the intimidate. he has no chance of knowing, but I'll go with the, do you know who I am? I asked you a question, soldier. You'll give me a truthful answer now, or I'll have to explain to your officer why your head needs to be buried along with your
Difficulty
body.
is at -10 because he's got a big gun in his hands and you don't.
Yeah.
And he really has bigger things to worry about right now. But you might do it.
Fellowship, intimidate, so 34 or less.
Yeah.
At a -10. 10, 2 degrees.
Okay. Yes. Look, sir. Just probably should go back to your room. We have got warnings that there are some boarding craft en route. Apparently, there's some private activity in the area. We will deal with it. You will be safest in your room, sir. If you don't mind, that is.
Good. Let's go.
All right, I'll follow.
In my head, I'm thinking we better get armed up.
Oh, yeah. I still have my sword with me at all times, and my knife. I don't have the long last with me though.
Yeah. Time to gear up.
Yeah, exactly. Right, we go back to the cabin, I
Yeah.
assume, and I'll
So-
gear up.
Okay. What exactly gear are you getting?
My hardened body glove, the knife, and the throwing knives.
Don't forget you wear the hardened body glove under
Yes.
clothes if the clothes are properly tailored.
I will not be wearing the ropes though, because they might impede my. I'll just put like normal pants and the shirt over,
Okay.
and the mono sword.
And what about Doc?
Outer pistol on the belt, shotgun in the hand, and let's see, knife neatly hidden away.
Yeah.
And the armored body glove, of course, beneath the streetwear, but that's what I always do.
Give me a +20 perception awareness roll again.
Both of us.
Both of you can, yeah.
Okay, cool. 52 or less, so yeah, I just make it.
For those of you who make it, you hear the fire of weapons. You hear the,
Plus 20, 4 degrees at least.
okay, yeah, you definitely recognize it as that particular brand of shotgun that you heard you firing, and you can hear the fainter crack of las gunshots, las carbine shots anyway, as well as there's some auto weapon fire, and even a rev of a chainsaw back from the direction you previously were.
Okay. How far away from our cabin is this?
It's about 100 meters.
Okay. I suggest we stay in the cabin, open the door, and just wait until, enemies come past and just jump them.
Open the door, keep an eye on the situation, and assist as needed.
Exactly.
Well, you can't keep an eye on the exact area right now because there's a turn, so you can't see see it.
Yeah, but if there's something running our way, we can.
Yeah, exactly.
stop stopping it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll open the door and grab my sword in the meantime.
Yeah, you can hear the firing of the weapons, screaming of people, and someone shouting something in a language you don't quite understand.
Mm-hmm.
But after a few more minutes, you can see a figure coming around the corner. Imagine, they have one of those old movies with the kind of the judge's wig with the ringlets kind of a thing. Imagine something like that with a nice, red coat, kind of like red coat style, Napoleonic era kind of type stuff, something like that. And in one hand, this guy had this coat's kind of pulled over. You can see this is some there is armor built into this. In one hand, this guy has a chainsword,
Mm-hmm.
and in the other hand, this guy's got a las pistol. He's got two guys in leathers, one of them with a shotgun, and the other one has a las pistol and a cutlass. And you can see the lead figure, who's got this powdered wig on. Something's wrong with his face, and then you realize He's got the face of somebody else that's been stretched on, or almost like a mask over his own face, and it's been painted up with makeup and everything. But it's got like powder and the rosy cheeks.
Okay. Does the door swing into our cabin swing inwards or outwards?
It slides aside.
Oh, slides to the side. Okay. I'll put my back to the wall right next to the door.
Okay. I will roll.
I'll actually set up a little bit behind him, but I'll go dips for the shotgun to take the blast on the first person who comes to view.
Well,
I will
you
actually
can.
kneel. I will kneel actually, and put my back to the wall.
Okay.
So I'll go for the knees, and Heike goes for the head.
That'll work.
Let's see if they spot you guys with your door open. They do not.
Oh, don't need to
So,
leave myself, so cool.
you do hear basically grinding of metal as they're trying to force their way into one of the rooms further up the hall, one of the other cabins.
Right. Sneak up on them, I guess.
You could try. Give me a, let's say, plus 20.
Stealth roll?
Stealth roll, yeah.
So plus 30.
Oh, well, for you, yes. This will be opposed, but you're getting bonuses because they're kind of focused on something else right now.
Cool.
Stealth.
I have 3 levels of success.
Stealth plus 20, but because I don't have the skill, minus 20, so agility alone.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's the wrong type of die. Let's try again. 27, 1 degree.
Yeah. You guys are pretty much on top of them. They've smashed through one of these doors, and you can see one of them crawl. Like, they haven't entirely smashed it open, but one of them is beginning to crawl through into the room inside. You hear screaming from the inside.
Which one?
Which one? It will be the guy with the las pistol and cutlass.
Oh, then the guy with the shotgun is getting shot with a shotgun.
And at the same time, I will try and stab the guy with the chainsword in the back.
Okay. You guys are going to get a plus 30 to hit because you're doing surprised, and they can't dodge you because they're a little bit too focused on this. So we'll go for Xerxes first.
72 or less. Come on. 63. So.
Okay. You're hitting him, with your extremely high skill, and roll for your damage.
That's a D10, right?
A D10. But how many degrees? You just got a basic success.
Basic success. Yes.
Okay, cool.
D10 plus 6. Boop. 15.
15 damage. Okay.
Balanced and mono. Does that do anything?
The mono's reducing the amount of soak he has from his armor.
Oh yeah, I have pen 2.
That's from the mono.
Okay.
Okay. Wow, you get a critical hit on him. Bring him down to a -1. That would be the body. Let me get this open. Combat injury table. Let's see now. This is a rending weapon.
Yes,
and
it
that makes all the difference. Okay. If the target is not wearing armor, location it takes 1 fatigue from painful laceration. If he is wearing armor, there's no effect. So you've basically carved off all of his wounds, and you're drawing blood, but he's badly injured, but he's not out yet. Now, then we've got Doc. Doc, you've got the... So you've got a plus 30 from surprise. You've got a plus 30 from point blank range because you're basically this close to him. So that's a plus 60 onto your ballistic skill.
So he
plus it's a single shot, which would be plus 70, except for you cap out at a plus 60 bonus.
I'm assuming you get to roll like a 99 to fail?
Well, if he rolls a 96 to 100, the weapon jams.
Oh, okay.
So, roll to hit.
Actually, I only have 94 for this roll, so let's hope I get below it. 72, which
That's
is...
two degrees success.
Mm-hmm.
So, what you get is, because it is a scatter weapon, it has penalties if you're shooting at further range, but when you're shooting point blank, which you are, you're getting a +3 to the base damage. So is that weapon 1d10 plus 3?
Don't know.
What is the damage on it?
Don't know.
You don't know.
Oh.
Okay, I'll get it up here. 1 second. Armory. Weapons. Okay, you've just got a... Is it a pump action shotgun, a combat shotgun? What kind of shotgun was this again?
You told me to write down shotgun.
Oh, it's just a shotgun. So sorry, it's 1d10 plus 4 damage normally. Because you're shooting at point blank range, it's going to be 1d10 plus 7. There's 8 in the clip. It can only do single shots. It's 2 full actions to reload. However, roll your damage.
Do the degrees of success actually help or not?
The reason I'm asking is I'm using a rule from, I think it was originally Rogue Trader, where the degree of success you get, you can substitute those degrees of success instead of what you roll on the dice.
Oh.
So if you roll a 1, substitute in. Now, you can only ever threaten a Righteous Fury if you rolled 10, not if you actually made a 10.
Okay.
But still, you can keep a hold of that, so it's nice.
Okay. So 5 plus 7 would be 13.
12.
13.
12.
Sorry. Yeah, that would be 12.
No, 12. Sorry.
12. So, that one, unfortunately, this guy's armor is somewhat less. And he's not as significant. So, yeah, you just shoot him with the shotgun shell just sprays into the side of his face, pellets going into the neck and the upper body, and there's just a gory smear spread across the wall as he slumps over, which means there's one guy kind of getting ready to get in the door, or get in through the hole in the door, and then there's the other guy who's just been stabbed, and that's how we're going into normal round. So roll initiative, gentlemen.
Which would be?
Which would be the agility bonus, that's the 10's your agility, plus a d10 roll.
Okay. 5.
13.
Jeez, Heike.
And they get a grand total of 6. However, you're not getting your surprise round bonus anymore, and they can try and dodge this time. Okay. So, 13, Doc gets to go first.
Currently the shotgun is empty, correct?
No, you've got 8 rounds in it.
Oh, well.
It takes 2 full turns to reload. That's the downside. But there's not 8 of them in front of you, so...
No, I think there's a properly wounded person right in front of me. Point blank range, I assume?
Yeah.
So I'll still get a plus 30.
Plus 30.
Plus 10
plus if you
the...
aim, that's another plus 10. Plus it's a single shot, is another plus 10. So it's plus 50 total.
Okay. I'll take that. 50, 94, yet again. Which makes it 5 degrees, I think.
And he will try and dodge. Now, he doesn't have dodge as a full skill. Oh, wait, no, he does. He does have dodge as a full skill. The stats of the guys I'm using. So he's got 35% chance of dodging this. And he manages to just get out of the way. But he's used up his reaction. Some higher level guys have more than one reaction, but he only has one reaction. And he's just used it up on you, so he's diving under blow, which means Which guy were you shooting at? The main guy or the...
Main guy.
Main guy. So, Xerxes, it's your go.
Yes, using my Whirlwind of Death, I will stab one guy and then stab the other.
Give it a go.
Yes, sir. No bonuses, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, actually, no, there aren't because you're just trying to hit multiple people.
Yeah, exactly. 42 on the first one. Boop. Miss. Too bad. That's the main guy, by the way.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the other guy. I will re-roll this one using my
Blade Master.
Blade Master, yes. Yeah. Come on. Okay, fair. Missed both.
Unfortunately, you're not able to get through their defenses. They're trying to get out of the way. They're aware of you now, which means the one with the chainsword is turning around, and he's going to take a swing. He's going to take a swing at poor Mr. Doc there. Let's see. Rolling. He misses. The other one with the
Be
cutlass
glad.
is going to take a swing at Xerxes.
Wasn't he halfway?
He wouldn't. He spent half action moving back. He's got less of a chance to hit because of it. Unfortunately, he misses as well, which is good for you guys. Doc, it's your turn. Now, this guy is in close combat. You can step back, but you're not getting as much of a bonus because you're having to move back away from him. But if you step back and shot, you'll be at a plus 40 to hit, or you could try and engage him in close combat. Or, I'm sure you could think of other things.
Step back, so that if he tries to follow, he'll be getting between me and Xerxes, and take the shot.
Okay.
40, 4, 5, 6, 74, or aimed. One shot, correct? Bonuses?
You're not aimed. You've got a
Okay.
plus 30, and you've got a single shot, so it's plus 40 overall.
Okay.
You're not getting aim bonus because you'd spend half turn moving.
Okay. That'll be 74.
Okay.
Or
Aim.
less.
Yeah.
And just success.
He'll try and dodge again. He does not like your shotgun.
No, he does not.
Now it's up to Xerxes.
Xerxes will once again Whirlwind of Death.
Okay.
I'll just roll two D100s. It's easier.
Okay. And the
Well,
first one comes
First
up
one being Wig Man, and the second one being Minion. Boop. I miss Wig Man and I miss Minion, but I will reroll Wig Man.
Yep.
Hey, it works. God Emperor, I mean.
Yeah, your blade slashes, sending sparks up around the room. But unfortunately, you're not able to land a blow. The one with the chainsword moves after Doc and takes a swing at him again.
Can I use a dodge too?
You can if he'd hit you. He just barely misses. You guys are quite good. I'll let you start off with a decent bit of XP. And his chainsword just about misses you. The other one with his sword is moving towards poor Mr. Xerxes. And he completely and utterly misses you. It's not doing any good for him.
Good.
So, once more background to Doc.
Let's waste one more shell because, I'm not going to be counting them if I end up getting buried in the space, or recycled, as the case may be. So, one step backwards.
There's a little thing on some worlds called corpse starch.
Mm-hmm. And hey, this guy has been dodging me repeatedly. Could I use deceive to make him dodge a shot that didn't happen? And
If
then
you're in close combat, you could use feint. However, a shotgun is a shotgun. That's one of the things advantages of going close combat over melee. Whereas you keep getting a plus 30 bonus from the range.
Plus 10 for single shot. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a shot. 40. No, 74. 84. That's plus 10 to the amount of needed.
Yeah. Xerxes.
Once again, same thing. Stabby, stabby. Bam. I'll reroll with man again.
Yep.
And still fail.
Xerxes is useless with a sword.
Don't forget, you
Apparently.
guys can spend fate points to re-roll. I know this hasn't worked out terribly well for Xerxes.
No, I'm not doing that.
Let's see. Well, you do get him back at the start of every session.
Mm.
Now, Wigman, as has been affectionately been called, is moving after Doc. Now, unfortunately, that means he's not going to be within arm's reach for Xerxes anymore. As Doc is giving ground to keep unloading shotgun shells. I hope you're keeping track of him, because eventually you're going to run out of all 8. Hopefully, it's over the corpses of the... So the Wigman taking a swing is hitting. Would you like to try and dodge? Or parry?
Let's see. I'll go for a dodge. Why not?
Yeah.
Which will be what?
Agility.
Nice. I'm using a fate point to reroll this one.
You should use a fate point.
Yeah. No. That doesn't look nice. Rerolls. Oh, a lot better. Actually succeed.
Okay, so you just managed to, like, it just cut some of your clothes. You're really happy for the hardened body glove, but you don't think it would hold up against this particular type of weapon. Now, well, Xerxes hears the roar of the chainsaw behind him, hoping Doc can stay alive. The other pirate, lunges forward and is connecting.
Parrying.
Yep.
Using my parry skill, which gives me a plus 10. So 52.
And he's got a balanced weapon, which gives you another plus 10.
So 62.
You block the blade. Do you have the counterattack talent?
No, I do not.
Yeah, there's one of those on the short list, but didn't quite make it in.
It was.
I mean, it's Doc's turn.
Fire at will.
Let's repeat the previous. And just hope against hope.
The ambush is working great.
Yeah.
After the ambush is kind of just like, why does Xerxes keep rolling 96? This is not normal.
96 lost me. That's all I gotta say.
Step back. Take the shot. Let's see. Ballistic skill 74. And a success.
Okay, you're hitting, and he will try and dodge again.
Please fail.
He fails. So you're getting 1d10 plus 7 damage.
Nice.
I'll get up to injury table.
That'll be a 10 rolled.
Roll the exact same ballistic skill check you made to hit. Again.
Come on, you can do it.
74. That would be a success by
what did
several
you get to hit?
degrees. 74 to hit, 35 rolled. That'll be 2
35 from hits. That's body and impact. So you hit. You succeed in the second roll hit. Roll an additional d10 and add down to the first. If it's another 10, roll again and just keep adding. You don't have to roll to confirm anymore. Effectively.
10.
Oh God.
Oh. Oh dear.
Keep rolling.
Keep rolling.
I think
And
one of
4.
us.
There's 24 on dice, which I guarantee you that alone will be enough to kill him, plus 7
plus
from the
7
base.
plus 7. Or
No, it's just 7 once. 7 once.
Okay.
I'm not doing that crazy way of doing it. They had a system for someone where you kept adding the base, but everything kept exploding whenever somebody rolled a 10. It's not a good idea.
plus 7 is 31.
Let's see. Let's take off his toughness, which isn't too good. And he does have some armor. Okay, he jerks back from the force of attack, throwing back his head and spewing out a jet of blood. And he flies back 7 meters. Xerxes just sees his body flying through the air. Yourself and this other guy both must make agility checks as he's coming hurtling towards you through the air. Now that Doc has finally hit him.
38 or less.
Unfortunately, the pirate man does not, and smack down straight on the ground as just this guy's just head back, sailing through the corridor and just like crumples to the ground. So this guy's on prone in front of you. So you've got, well, you shouldn't do whirlwind attack. You could do single attack, aim, prone. It'll be a plus 40 to hit him.
I won't actually try and hit him. I will take my sword, point it at his neck, just like poking him in the neck, kind of thing. Just like, please don't make this harder than it is already. Really?
You can see symbols on some of these guys' clothing that make your eyes hurt.
Yes, I know, but we also need information, and information is really important.
Okay. You can give me an intimidation check.
Which I don't have.
It's minus 20 with willpower.
So I need to roll a 1. Awesome.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I know. 17. I failed.
Okay. He scrambles up to his feet and takes a swing at you again. Unfortunately, you tried to get the blade in the way, but he's a little bit too spry in his feet for your taste, and he swings the sword at your head. Actually,
I do not parry. I do not.
Okay. Right. What is Doc doing?
Let's see. I'm seriously going down on these ammunitions of mine. For use now. Let the left hand take care of the shotgun. Go for a quick draw with the auto pistol at the guy.
Yep. Okay. Are you doing single shot?
Yeah, seems reasonable.
For the auto pistol, yeah. Short range aiming. You're shooting close combat, so it's just your ballistic skill.
Okay.
Because you don't want to hit your buddy.
That's a success.
He'll try and dodge that, which he will, but that unfortunately leaves him open to Xerxes' attack.
Swing for the win! Swing for the win! Please. Rerolling.
Yeah.
A 4! Woo!
Ooh, very nice. Back short.
Okay.
It's nice to occasionally succeed.
I know, right? Such a sense of accomplishment.
I just know I'm going to get told
Okay.
the exact price of the ammunition at some point, and I'm going to go, ah!
It's not like it's a bolt gun. Oh dear God, the price of bolt guns. It'll basically be like, this one shot is €300. You'd be like, who could fire this thing?
And it weighs the size of it weighs as much as a human head.
Yeah. Anyway, you're after hitting. He has no reactions left, so roll your damage, good sir.
I have 3 levels of success, so if I roll a 2 or less, I roll a 6 plus 6, 12.
12. Okay. His armor's pretty weak. He's still standing, but he's not looking too good at the moment.
Cool.
Let's see then. You've got his go. He's running.
No.
He's running. Well, he's trying. It'll be a little while before he can get around that corner again. So, Doc, here you go.
So I seem to recall that this auto pistol thingy had another setting for people who try to run away or large crowds.
Yeah, if you want. Now it's +10 for aiming, -10 for full auto.
Yes, let's go with this.
But if you get lots of successes, you get lots of dead man.
Okay.
Oh, it's +10 for short range.
So +10, 44 or under. That's not exactly under 44.
But yeah, the auto pistol shots are spraying all around the corridor. Certainly not making his movements more comfortable. What about Xerxes? What's Xerxes doing?
Xerxes will charge after him.
Okay. What's your agility?
My agility is 38.
Okay. You're able to keep up with him, but you're like if you want, like he's doing a flat out run. So if you want to get an attack on him, you'll have to wait for him to slow down a bit. Like you're on his heels. He's not getting away, but get an attack on him.
Would I be able to run and throw one of my throwing knives at him?
You could throw a throwing knife, but it will slow you down. You're gonna have to slow down a bit.
Okay, sure.
To do so. So that'd be a ballistic skill check. Aiming. Sorry, not aiming. Single shot. So you'd be getting +10 to your ballistic skill.
Yeah, I'm thinking, can I either shoulder tackle him or no? Then I need to be faster than him. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
All right, ballistic skill would be 37, so 47 or less. Using a fate point to reroll. One level of success.
He will try and dodge, but fail. So you're hitting him.
Okay, cool.
So that's your strength bonus onto a knives or D5, I think.
Yeah, D5, if I wrote it down correctly. D5 plus 4 is what you said I get.
Yeah, nice.
Because of the crushing blow, most likely.
Not because of the crushing blow. I think your
Oh
strength.
no, then it's plus 2.
4.
Then
so your strength is +4.
Oh yeah, +4. Duh.
Yeah.
Okay, D5, come on. A 10, so it's 9 damage.
Rolls confirm.
That's another ballistic skill, right?
Yeah, another ballistic skill check, same modifiers.
Cool. No, I did not get it.
But that's still going to be 14 damage. Right. That's going to be very painful for him. Let's see. This one is... I'm not going to use that description because I don't see how a throwing knife could cleave a target from gullet to groin.
Why not?
Basically, it goes through the back of his neck and just a spurt of blood, and he tumbles down. You just hear the crack as his breath. He's already dead before he hits the ground, but the crack in his neck as he hits. You can still in the distance hear the weapons of some of the armsmen firing off against the pirate intruders. What are you doing?
Checking these guys for clues. And keeping an eye out, obviously.
Okay, give me a search roll.
Is that a skill?
They took that out. So give me a perception awareness roll.
Cool. Perception awareness, that's 32. No bonuses, right?
No bonuses.
Cool. I will re-roll that with another fate point.
Oh.
I have 3, so might as well use them. No, I failed.
Okay.
It happens.
What about Doc?
Holstering the auto pistol because it's currently spent, putting the shotgun on easy access holes to the shoulder, and taking the power sword and the last pistol, chainsword and the last pistol, and heading towards the battle.
Okay. General, common lore, tech. or a Death's Mechanicus, because I know you have those things.
Sure. Let's see. Intelligence says that will be 2 degrees. No. 1 degree is success.
These seem to be fairly standard design, but you can see the machine spirits of these are clearly in pain. I mean, 2-3 years, the machine spirit's going to get sick of it and it's going to vent its fury, and that chain's going to come flying off and could kill the user, or probably an enemy, but it could kill the user. But it's not properly maintained at all.
All right, it'll need some maintenance if I survive this battle.
And there's a couple of symbols on there which, well, if you don't have, Mid-North demonology. Although you get Scholastic Norman Cult, I believe, so we'll give you that. Yeah, those are not symbols you want to keep on there.
Okay.
They make your eyes hurt.
Well, oh, good grief. I'm terribly sorry. Can I take 1 action back?
Oh, yeah.
We had this thing about I'll put the last pistol on on one of my belts, and I'll actually carve the Wigman's head off and walk with that towards the battle.
All right, that's certainly going to make an impression.
With the running, with the nice net off the.
So you're going to arrive to the battle first. You can see the group of armorsmen you were speaking to. They're all dead on the ground. There's a different group of armorsmen have obviously been diverted here and have simulated off the flow, and they seem to be actually really repelling the enemy. However, your assistance probably wouldn't go poorly here.
I'll throw the head into the crowd of the opposition and pull a weapon and just go for a shot.
Okay. Give me a roll. So, let's see. You're throwing the head in, and you're giving it a shot with the shotgun. Is it?
No. The last pistol I took from the.
Okay. Give it a shot. So.
1 shot plus 10.
Yep.
Do I get aim or do I lose?
You do get aim as well. Yeah.
Okay, that's 54 or less. And I missed the shot. Shame.
Okay, but you're still adding it in. It's still not helping their morale. By the time Xerxes comes up, the armsmen have mostly managed to repel them, and they seem to be pulling back and pulling away from here. But the ship is, well, the armsmen will. I won't tell you to go back to the quarters. You're covered in blood. You obviously did something. So those kind of give you a bit of a nod as they go about their business, but they're, some of them seem to be stationed here, and some of them seem to be sent elsewhere to deal with more of the pirates.
I'd say we sweep the corridors and see if there are more pirates.
And I say we'll do this. I'll ask the guardsman right there. Is there any place that you could use a little bit of assistance with?
No, they're doing okay. They're repelling them. It's just occasionally the enemy's able to make breakthroughs, but they're holding their own against them. This guy seems a bit more. He seems a bit more experienced than some of the rest of them. Some of the guys you don't think have been through this before, but he's like, well, an hour tops and we'll have them off the ship again. Unfortunately, these things happen. They're not the worst that I've seen.
All right.
Just keep an eye out.
I'll give him a room number because I got some weapons maintenance to do in the meanwhile.
Yeah. So Xerxes on the other hand is skulking about and will be keeping an eye, trying to do some things.
Yeah. And I'll check the corpses too. To be honest.
Give me a plus 20 perception awareness roll because you're not rushy this time. You're able to check different people before they start.
It's 52 or less. I still fail.
Okay. Not this time. You're not able to find anything. You do hear, however, that when you see some of the guys there rounding up the... There's about an hour or so, 2 hours later, they're rounding up the bodies to vent into space, and they're all being gathered in a particular hangar.
Mm-hmm.
So there might be something there. You might be able to find out if you're able to sneak in. Or blag your way in, either way.
Yeah, I'll try and black my way in. Is Doc coming along?
Yeah, I have weapons maintenance to do.
Alright.
Okay.
There's like few symbols that really need to go and spirits, yada yada.
How are you going to try and convince them to let you in?
I want to see my enemies be destroyed in the way the God Emperor intends to.
Give me a command or a charm check. Both are based off fellowship.
Charm. It doesn't matter, I don't have either, so. But I do have etiquette.
Not in this circumstance.
Not in this circumstance? Okay, so it's a 19.
Actually, it will. You're going to be talking to a low-down officer. It will help.
So 29. Still fail.
Unfortunately, you're not able to convince them to let you in.
Alright. Then I'll try and sneak in if I can.
Okay, give me a stealth roll.
That I get a +10 on, so yay.
It's a +0 difficulty. It's a little bit harder to sneak in, but...
I still get a +10 from my skills. That's agility, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
based off agility.
48 or less. Boop. 3 levels of success.
Okay, you're just like ninjaing through some air vents. It takes it 30 minutes to get in there, but you're just going all around the place, and eventually you predator your way in. They seem to be putting in the last of the people there, but you've got some time before they vent this place. You hope.
I'll try and look for documents, stuff like that. Data slates.
Yeah, give me a perception roll +30.
62. Come on. Yes.
Okay.
3 successes.
They've got some data slates. Some of these are just like cheap novels. There's other ones which have stuff on them which doesn't make much sense to you.
I'll take those. For sure.
As well as that, you're also able to find they've got some money on them. Although most of that's been taken clean. Actually, you can see. Well, you see the pile where they've taken the money.
Mm.
It seems to be local currency. Obviously, they've managed to take this off a few of the people.
Mm.
But yeah, you found some data slates are just useless stuff. But there's some that I don't think your character has the skills to identify. Like you don't have celestial bureaucracy.
No, but if it's something that's not a book, like a novel type thing, I'll take it with me.
Yeah.
Just in case. Is there anything like identifying marks or something, like a trophy, a necklace, anything like that?
There are some different symbols and different things which you would be able to
Ones
gather
that do not hurt, by the way.
Well, not all of them do.
Okay.
So you can start gathering those up. Sure, no problem.
Yes, I'll take this. Other than that, anything that's equivalent of like a USB sticker, if they have that kind of shit.
They don't.
No. Okay. Then I'll make my way out.
Yep.
And go back to Doc.
Doc, give me a tech use or trade armor roll.
Dum. No trade, but tech use I think I got. Yep. And let's see, intelligence. There we go. I'll use a fate point for this one because I think it might be in my best interests. Let's see what happens. Well, at least it's not exploding in my face, and I know I've probably failed. Horribly.
Okay. You're not sure if your own skills are enough to cleanse this properly.
Time to turn it over to the Adeptus Mechanicus then.
Which there's a solid chance you won't be seeing it again. But at least the machine spirit will be better off.
Yeah.
But after you finish your maintenance, or a little while after that, Xerxes comes back, and he seems to have a few things with him.
Yep. If there's like a table or something, I'll just spread out everything I found, put the little trophies and such in a little pile, and the Dao slates next to each other. This is the stuff they took from, the assault. There was also some money, but let's be honest, we don't need it.
You can be honest to yourself, I guess.
You were able to get a sample of some of the money while you were...
Yeah, but I'm not taking like 100 thrones or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm taking a couple of coins. Just the ones that look different. Like if there's a triangle one and a circle one, I'll take both of those just for comparison's sake, but other than that.
Okay, I'll give this stuff a look, just in case.
Give me a Scholastic Lore Bureaucracy plus 40 roll.
Okay. Plus 40, you said.
Yep.
2 degrees of success.
Okay. You're able to tell, looking through this stuff, that, well, a lot of these books are data slates that have come from, well, some kind of ecclesiarchal holding. As you look through them, they seem to have made, these guys seem to have had made somewhat blasphemous annotations. Not really the kind of thing you're used to reading, but they have them there. Nothing of too much use, but some of you can see here the history of a specific sort of minor holy site in the world down below. But this one almost seems like a tour guide, something you'd pick up in that local area, kind of a thing. And when you're looking at the money, some of this is newly minted because of the level of bureaucracy you got. Looking at the actual coins, the dates on them, this would have been made not too long ago at all. So this would have been very recently commissioned. Looking at this, it's for money to get dispersed this quickly is a bit questionable. So, like, as in, this would have been imagine this has been freshly minted, and within a month the pirates got in their hands, which is possible. But when you double check with Xerxes, a lot of this was in the hands of the pirates.
Mm-hmm.
It leaves one to question how they got their hands on it.
Well, the obvious theory is,
They get paid.
They get paid by it, yeah.
By someone who has access to it fast.
Yes, either the ecclesiarchy or the administratum.
And these items suggest some people have either been on planet side or, well, we have a location planet side to go and check.
Exactly. Yes. So, other than that, anything special in the data slates that can be noticed, or?
All the things would get a normal citizen into trouble.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, keep up the work.
Actually, a question.
Go on.
To the ST. Hey, there's a... these guys been basically making notes, have they?
Yeah. Well, not making huge amounts of notes, but there are some notes. There's some raunchy, blasphemous limericks, that kind of thing. Talking about, Sisters of Battle and whatnot.
I'm curious if there's any locations that might be a bit less reputable, or references to such locations.
These guys are a bit worse than less reputable, but you do come up with a few names which you think might be names of some of their ships. But with your, how many degrees did you get into bureaucracy?
2 degrees.
You think if you had access to the right files and a bit of time, you might be able to backtrack these things' journey from the Mint and maybe locate where they went missing.
Oh, that'll be useful.
Okay.
How we get the proper access is a good question, but
We'll figure it out when we get there, kind of thing. Alright. I honestly would like to take a rest right now. We've had,
Yeah.
and let's just, and if nothing happens, get.
Yeah, it'll be afternoon the next day when they start preparing to land, because this is still a small enough ship that it can actually land, and it'll be going to starport. However, we've been going for a little while, and this isn't necessarily a bad point to leave it. So I'm going to leave it there, and I'll give you guys your XP on that.